Truth Man here. The channel is the No Majors, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Shout out to Stretch for the $4.99. Super thanks for content by request. Appreciate that, Stretch. Stretch wants me to talk about the ICE raids in California and how the Latinos say that black people should be helping them. I'm going to give you more than a 3-word answer, but I'm going to start out with the 3-word answer. And it is not our fight. No disrespect. I got a lot of Latinos, friends and stuff like that, but that's not our fight. And they can't get mad at me saying it. Well, they can, but they, in a fair world, they wouldn't, because we done had several battles as black people that we stood alone on. You know, we stood alone on. Me personally, my personal thoughts on it is, historically, that's not the group that he should be going after, because historically, when it was in the beginning, it was their ancestors and our ancestors that had the whole entire landmass of North America. Their ancestors and our ancestors. So, me personally, I don't think it should be them that he's going after. It shouldn't even. I think it should be everybody else who's here illegally, who has no traces of ancestry in the North Americas, to be honest with you. But directly, not our fight. Right now, our fight is for reparations. Our fight is for equality in court. Our fight is to get back some of these storefronts and some of these areas business-wise that all of these people who could care less about us and in fact be having illegals working in their restaurants, stores, so on and so forth. They don't deal with us, but they know we don't save money, so they post up shop in our areas because they know we just gonna spend all the money we get. A lot of them, they know not to go out in them white areas because the white people ain't gonna buy what they selling like that. Some of them. So, it's not our fight, Stretch. Look, people always want us to help, but they don't help us. This is the problem I got even in personal life. It's like people always think I'm supposed to drop everything I'm doing to help them. And they had opportunities in the past to help me and they didn't. Or they didn't give me the help that they expected me to give them. That's what this reminds me of. That's what this reminds me of. It's like people want you to drop everything and just, I'm self-employed. I can't go around catering to people, or I'm not going to make money for myself. And guess what? Guess what? They ain't gonna pay my bills. They not. I know people that have you carrying them all around the city. And when your bills come, they own you. And a lot of people who do things such as Walmart, Spark, DoorDash, Grubhub, Instacart, they know what I'm talking about. This is how you have to do, people. Because these hours and these days going fast, and before you know it, if you doing that every day, if you taking people everywhere they gotta go, and not out here doing what you need to do for yourself, then when your bills come around, you ain't gonna have what you need for your bills. And I'm gonna tell you something else that's on subject and off subject. You got to get away from toxic situations and toxic people, because it'll drain you and it'll affect your production for yourself. See, you and yours come first. What you decide after you take care of you and yours, that's on you. That's on you. But a lot of them black people got families. They ain't got time to be sitting in no jails, for one. And then they protesting everywhere. That's y'all problem. Y'all nicer to other people than they are to you. That's Matrix. That's Matrix. When the book come out, you will see what I'm talking about. You nicer to other people than they are to you, and that shouldn't be. That's how you get less out of life than you supposed to. Like, let me give you an example. Where I be at, it's starting to be more people out here doing the same thing. And I know it's not because I've been talking, but because other people have. I'm not going to help you if it's going to inconvenience me. And I would expect you to be the same. Because if they come up to me, hey man, so, it's a lot of money. There'd be a lot of money, a lot of ordered over. Nope. You got to go out to West Bend. I'm going to lead them somewhere I don't be. Why would I want them to get what I could get for myself? And I was called a bigot by somebody. Like I said, this is why I don't carry everybody along for the ride. Because people, a lot of time what happens is people think they know you, but they don't. Because they had some connection with you in the past. Anybody that calls me a bigot don't know me at all. This is the same logic that people use calling men misogynists for waking up and realizing the truth about women. The truth don't make you negative. And the truth is, in this situation, we need to worry about ourselves. We ain't got it like that as it is. So you fighting for somebody and again, this ain't towards everybody. I'm saying the situation. Who should be fighting for them is their family members. Not blacks. If you choose to do it, man, I'm going to tell you like this. Nothing wrong with you choosing that, but when you go to jail, who going to pay your bills? They ain't. You might not even get a thank you. I'm just saying. And y'all know, I talk about a situation I had at it was a nursing home. And I applied for a job. Floor care. Right? Now watch this. If you want to question my logic, watch this. They brought me in on 3 interviews. Everything looking good, all that. I'm like, so do I got the job? They like, it's very highly likely. So I left happy. I got an email probably a day or 2 later saying that I didn't get the job. I don't know what, it was my gut feeling. I started investigating who got the job. They hired an illegal immigrant over me. And I was the only one working. Watch this. I'm the only one working. That job would have put me back afloat. And they hired an illegal immigrant. So when I went downtown to complain about it, they already had somebody that don't like black people in place. I said, you know what, just forget it. She trying to talk down to me while I'm explaining to her what happened. She the one that showed me. Cause when they said, well, we'll look into it. Now, she was fair about that. She showed me. Said, we'll look into it. I said, I don't even know what they could have hired, blah, blah, blah. I went down there and I complained. When they all came out, they hired an illegal immigrant. And I said, well, what can I do? They was like, it ain't really much you can do. I really needed that job. I needed that job. Me. And because it's Floors, you think he automatically better than me? And I'm cold to this day. I'm cold at waxing floors. I just choose not to do it. Maybe because I was a little discouraged that when I started a business, it didn't take off. But I don't think we should be just trying to get involved in everything. You got to pick your battles wisely. You got to, and look, okay, so when you go to jail, right, who gonna bail you out? Because 9 times out of 10, none of you, if you black, your people ain't got money like that. Most of them. So who gonna bail you out? I'm asking for a friend. And people be so emotional that they can't handle truth like this. Not our fight. People will not want to deal with you no more. It's not our fight, man. So what I look like getting mad at a Latino or somebody else if we had an issue as blacks and they said not our fight? I ain't gonna get mad at them because that's what they should say. If they choose to help, they help. If not, oh well. Man, listen, all we can do is the best we can. The world is gonna end one day. That's why I'm not against people. I'm not hateful towards anybody. But I know this fact, especially being a prophet, like I got a different feeling within me than I had, say, 15, 20 years ago. That's how I know we're getting closer to all of this. And it's like the Most High is showing me how I should be viewing other people. And based on what he be showing me is you shouldn't be letting other people mess you up with what you need and what you got to do. This is from the Most High now. A lot of my life experiences came from, I really believe it was just stuff that he wanted me to see. Because he'll ask a prophet, what do you see? And if you're not seeing what you need to see, he'll keep showing you more and keep asking you, what do you see? And sometimes he won't even ask you. You just got to know within your spirit what's going on. What I see is where I be at is some white people is cool, not thinking about us like that, but a whole lot of them is yearning for the way it used to be, where people were scared to even look you in the face. And a whole lot of them still think they better than us. That's just a fact. And they got other groups treating us the same way sometimes. There's nothing wrong with you helping them. But it's not your fight. That's just the truth, man. And I'm the truth, man. We have no allies as black people. None. People turn a blind eye and say in their minds, I'm glad it's not me. when it come to us. And we had the nerve to treat each other the same. If you marry outside of your race, you still shouldn't have a problem with your race. People can't do that though. They be like, man, I hate niggas. What you really should be saying is, I don't like all niggas. Just like I don't like all white people, I don't like all Latino, I don't like all Asians, I don't like all blacks. Definitely not. I don't like all of none of these people. I think it's a large portion of every group that simps, suckers, punk mother. I'm telling you. Then they teach their teenagers. They teenagers walk around with that same indifference, that same loftiness. You don't believe me? Come to Wisconsin, man. Brookfield, West Allis, Tulsa. You creepy if you black and you don't talk. Why I gotta be talking every second? Like if you just go about your business and you more quiet, a lot of them is I try to act like you creepy, but they the weirdo. Like why you need me to talk? Why can't I just pass through here minding my own business? And why do you care what I'm doing anyway, if it don't pertain to you? See, sometimes that's a problem with people. Just because somebody black is there, that's racist. For you to not want them there and you don't know them, and for you to act like it's a problem them being there and they ain't did nothing to you, that's racism. You ain't got to do much or say much to be racist. Because these same people will be on Yahoo making all these racist comments on their computer. And then you see them in public, they acting awkward and weird. Like, dude, why are you so focused on what black people is doing? They do this. This is what I mean by it's not our fight, because this is the stuff we dealing with. They'll say you won't work, right? But when you get the job, okay, let me ask some of you flannel wearing punks. You had a nerve to fix your mouth to say these black dudes don't want to work, right? Let me ask you something truthfully, man to man. How many people through the years you've been on that job that you pick with and run off the job? Then some of them left because they ain't want to fight you, because they know when the police come, it's still a thing where you got to be careful with white folks, y'all. That's still a thing. I'm the truth man, so I got to tell the truth. He don't want to work. The dudes that say that be the main dudes that won't train you right on the job, raising their voice like you a boy, and you right next to them, they yelling at you. Then when you stand on them, they want to fire you and lay you off. I've been laid off for nothing multiple times. Nothing. You can't say production, can't say none of that. And people wonder why I make the choices that I make sometimes. I've been laid off multiple times for nothing. They hired an illegal immigrant over me, and I had over 10 years experience at the time. So if you looking for somebody that's sympathetic, guess what? You can go to the left, you could go to the right, you can go north, you can go south. But what you ain't gonna find right here is somebody that's overly sympathetic. I've been mistreated by just about, the question with me ain't who didn't mistreat me or who did mistreat me. The question is who didn't. The devil just get in people. And all I do for people, they forget about it all. What I do on the job, they forget about it all. But some of these people be claiming to be believers. Okay, if you're a believer, how you let the devil play you like that against me? You probably not a believer. Look, it's a thing in losing your faith. I used to didn't think so, but now I do. A person can lose their faith, man. You can lose that salvation. It ain't the Most High taking it from you. It's you taking it from yourself. You didn't endure to the end. You stopped running. You know how, like when you're doing a test, like in corrections, and they say, well, we need you to run the miles in this time, and you can run or walk, whatever you do. But you got to get that time. You got to cross that finish line, finish the race. It's the same thing with him. You can start out running, you start getting tired as long as you're walking. But you got to keep moving until you finish. Some of y'all didn't do that. And then y'all want to tell me, let's go help them. Let's go downtown. There's protesting here, I heard. Okay, how many people fought for me? When my ancestors were fighting to be free from slavery, where were they at? And that's a harsh way of putting it, but I'm just saying. Now, to their credit, historically, we did form that Seminole with them. Like they were breeding, them tribes mixed together. They said, we gonna fight them. But hundreds of years passed. And we were still in last. And people wasn't helping us. So I say it's not our fight, man. But I say if anybody want to help them, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But be careful putting you and yours at risk to help people who are here to replace you, not work alongside of you, replace you. And trust me when I tell you, anywhere they can replace us blacks, whether it's the white people that don't like us or the people that come over here, they will.